Hello and welcome to another midweek rant from the Honest Football Podcast. We're going to talk a bit about defending this week. More importantly, marking. Which side of the fence are you on? It's basically, I think the general consensus is 50-50. You're either a man marking sort of person or a zonal marking, particularly from set pieces.
And we know that Craig will have done an awful lot of research into how to get a 0-0, and set pieces are a key part, aren't they, Craig?
Well, if my team's defending when obviously from a corner where the ball's outside the quadrant,
which you wouldn't never be able to tell, of course.
No, but obviously me as a defender, going back in the 50s because I'm a grandad.
Cue the music. You can't do it that early on.
I want to be man marking I'll be next to my attacker. I want to get close to him. If I stand in a fucking area and just go jump in the air like nothing, that's not me defending.
There is that classic argument which I
can't mark. Sorry, I can't mark areas. If I'm marking my attack at number 10 and the number 10 scores my header, that's my fault.
Could you argue
that's not the person in the area's fault?
Could you argue that the problem isn't that you've got to be intelligent to mark an area, and that the players that we play with aren't intelligent?
I think for me personally, the lower down football you go, the more man marking from set pieces there should be. Of course,
but everything copies the Premier League eventually.
Yeah, but for me, the issue with zonal marking, I can see there's obviously an issue with man marking, which I'll get to in a second. The issue with zonal marking for me is that clearly, as we all know, if someone's got the run on you, inverted commas, they've started from a deeper position, they're running on, and I'm stood really in my 5 yard circle.
I've got no chance.
So I'm not going to jump
That's
aside.
an awful excuse for a face.
It's a fact. You watch how many goals from that zonal marking where the defender just jumped pretty much up in a straight line against someone who's got a 5 yard dash on him already. However, I will concede that in man marking, you are very, very reliant on one person doing their job. In the sense of, if you switch off and you lose your man, that's it. Free header.
Yeah, that's fine. I haven't got a problem with that. We know who picked the play. I can't go, right, let's review this and, that person's on the middle of the 6 yard box because he didn't jump quick.
I mean, what is the theory behind it?
What surely is the best from what you're saying is you're saying that man marking's great because you've got the opportunity to mark the men and don't get a run on you.
Before you go, sorry.
Go on.
When we go on about man marking, not fucking hug the guy Panama did over the World Cup.
That'll probably be another rant.
You go first.
The problem I have is then you say zonal marking could be great because you got that. You can mark that space. You can make sure that you've covered the zone. Okay, so the reason I say this is why isn't a mix considered more often? It's something that's just creeping in now. So I have no problem when you've got your 3 or 4 best players. You get your 3 or 4 most reliable headers following the runners. You get them marking, man marking. Absolutely no problem with that. But 3 or 4 others, get them in the key zones. So always from corners. You talk about we only play man marking. If you're marking the 2 posts, you're marking the zone.
I agree. However,
you're marking those zones. You're marking the post. That area between the post and the keeper on that side. You're there to mark that zone.
Agreed. Yes. But then you're not leaving enough people to mark people coming up. What I mean is, if you think you've got the bloke who does the front of the 6 yard box, you've maybe got enough, at least one person on another post.
Yeah.
If they've sent 7 players up, you haven't got enough players then to do that.
So for me, I haven't got a problem with that because you've still got the element of zones there. And really, if you've got a good keeper, they'll be commanding and come and collect the ball anyway. Hang on. I can speak as a keeper here. A lot of the problem I used to have was when you're in the box, you'll get cluttered because you've got the striker who's trying to elbow you, stand on your toes or whatever, and then you've got a defender. You've got a defender who's also in that path trying to stop him. And you end up having no chance. If you can clear the box a bit, it actually probably would encourage keepers.
My annoyance of zonal marking is the fact that... Well, no, I tell you, there's 2 sides to it. I think if the lower down you go, because of the lack of time you have with particular players, so obviously professionals every day, semi-pro twice a week, you might be able to have time to coach that. Anything lower than that, you're looking one session a week where you've got a third of a pitch.
But we used to do it, so did they?
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is that the time it takes and the intelligence, I suppose, maybe, but the time it takes to coach that in so many different scenarios.
But you still have to mark the threats.
I don't need to coach someone. I mean, I use it at school.
I'm sorry, that's an excuse.
No, it's true. No, honestly, think about it. I did this. I did this as an experiment at school. I won't name names, but there was a kid can't play football to save his life, and I was trying to talk to the children about marking people, etc., etc. There was a kid, never played football in his life, awful, shocking at it. But I taught him to mark within 5 minutes. There's the man, run with him, keep yourself between him and the goal. And in theory,
unfortunately, he just didn't know how to head it.
No, but that's the point. No, but the principle being, if I can teach a child to do that, who's never played football before, and a grown adult should be able to then follow someone. I mean, you don't. I suppose what I'm saying is, you don't have to be a good footballer to mark someone, do you?
No,
really, you don't have to be a talented footballer to mark someone.
The thing is, all you got to do is put the guy off, not give away a penalty, but put him off.
Yeah.
Put him off his stride. Even if he flicks it miles over the bar, like the header. He's done his job there because he hasn't scored.
What I don't understand about Charlie's
if you're marking a fucking area, you can't do that. You can't. I can't take praise from someone marking in an area like in all zonal. Mixed marking is a bit different. But when you're marking a zone, you can't praise. Oh, well done, mate, because you dealt with.
No, I agree.
I've
got counted for
if he got marked, if the player was marked and won the header ahead of the striker, that's more.
You know who to blame, and that doesn't solve the problem. But I see what you're coming from.
I agree entirely that all zonal marking is an atrocious thing.
Yeah,
I'm in complete agreement with you. Mixed marking. It defeats your argument of not being able to teach someone in 5 minutes. I'll tell you for why. You've got your 4 main markers or whatever, who man marking. Okay. That's not a problem. You've said you can teach that in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If you can't teach, and I'm sorry, Mr. Teacher, if you can't teach someone to stand on the back post and head it or clear it if it comes near him, then we've got a bit of a problem. Yeah. The only 3 people I'm talking about in the zonal system are the one on the back post, the one who's covering that area between the near post and the front of the 6-yard box in case it's a low corner that hits the first man, which, as we know, so often happens now. And then 1 spare man in the 6-yard box.
But you wouldn't have that spare man if you've got the 2 marking the zone, surely.
No, you have 7 players back. You've still got another player.
No, unless you have someone marking the goalkeeper, the striker on the goalkeeper.
But then you've still got 2 men up still. You don't have to mark the 2 little men.
I appreciate your
argument. They're only going to run in that zone. If you've got a little man at a corner, he's only going to try and make that run in front of the keeper or run across the front post.
I appreciate your argument, but I don't think you've got enough players to do that, to man mark, and
that's because so many teams are lazy. You're saying that with man marking. Most teams from corners send 7 or 8 up, and
they'll keep 2 back,
and they leave a couple back. And how many teams don't leave 1 player up?
Oh, no, local football, there's always one up there. Always one up there.
In professional football, how often do you not see a man left up against 2?
Oh, yeah, but I'm my issue with zone marking is not the very elite level of the game, because I think they're so well drilled at it. What I'm saying is that more and more you're seeing it at a local level, and it's really starting to piss me off. Because I coached a game the other day where we let 3 corners in for identical headers because, for whatever reason, the players, by the way, took it upon themselves to mark zone. And the ball didn't drop in their zone, so then who deals with it? Whose responsibility is it? If that ball, so for example, that's your zone, Craig, this is my zone.
No
one can see what you're doing. No one can see you've just run across your pitch.
Craig and I are 5 yards apart, alright? Craig and I are 5 yards apart. If that ball drops bang in the middle of us, who deals with it?
Well, it should be.
Exactly my point is that if I'm marking someone and it drops towards him, I'm going to go with that. If it drops towards
no good mixed zone system should have 2 players within 4 yards of each other.
Dan, you can't. Because if you're marking and someone runs, you have to run with them.
Can you 2 granddads from the 60s not? I know you're all the British players. We have to man mark, but surely the one thing you can see is that a mixed system can work.
It works, but for me, the maths you've got wrong on it.
Yeah, my team on the Saturday use mixed.
But how many spares do you have? How many spare? He's talking about having 3 spare players from a corner.
No, it doesn't work like that.
You can't surely have got
because you set one up as you said in the promo, one on the keeper in case the striker goes next to him, one on the back post. I'm not going to have 2 on the post.
No, because you've got one in the front pomo area.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously I've got the rest of the players marking, and then I'll leave 2 on top.
Okay, I'll compromise you. I think with a mixed system, you can get away with it, but only with 2 lads. One on the pomo, one on the back post.
Yes, that's what you need to do.
Any more than that, unrealistic.
But that spare man isn't there to be just a zonal marker man. He's there if a man tries to charge the keeper. Things like that. You've got to block off. What you're saying, put the person off. How many times do you see people jostling around, a centre half and a centre forward, jostling around the keeper before the corner, and all they do is get in the keeper's way and end up falling over each other?
Right.
Okay? And how many goals does that lead to? Quite a lot. Yeah. If you've got a player who's standing on the zone and all he has to do is block off a run, or as soon as the corner's taken, leave the keeper to it. A keeper against a striker, you've got your hands, you can go off foot. I'm not having that. As a keeper, I'm not having that.
I think you've got more chances of the keeper getting put on his arse if you haven't got the defender.
I disagree.
Then you have.
Because you can get away with a lot more as a keeper. And as a keeper, I never had anyone marking it because I could just push it out.
Let's be honest, as a referee, I'm watching 2 things. The ball coming in and who's touching the keeper. Because the moment that comes in, the keeper gets kicked. But that's it. It's a free kick.
Exactly. The goalkeeper will not get punished. How many times I've physically just pushed people out of the way and never been punished?
But then what is that bloke going to do who's 5 yards away from you in the 6-yard box that's now not marking their striker?
But once you've had 2 or 3 corners and the striker's got nowhere marking you, he's then going to go up and try and make a run into you. It happens so often, and you can block him off. It's pointless.
I think you're being slightly. A header comes in, he stood in front of you, and you can't see the ball.
Yeah. I just completely disagree. I see a mix working. As a keeper, I always found it easier being left with the striker alone.
But you're praising mixed marking, but you're praising zonal at the same time.
Yeah,
doesn't work.
I'm not praising man marking on its own. Man marking on its own, to me, after your 3 or 4 players who are used to heading and winning challenges, there are too many liabilities. For me, at a local level, there are too many liabilities. You've got that lazy midfielder who's a 5-a-side player who loses his runner every time. If you've got them men in a zone, he can stand still. And if there's one thing 5-a-side players know well, it's how to stand still.
Yeah, but he's still got to jump and win a header, which if
he's unmarked, it's great.
But he's got more chance of doing it if he's running than what he has from a stand.
He hasn't got more chance of doing it if he's running because he won't run and he'll leave the man on his own. At least he'll be in the same place.
Okay, well, if you look at your system, last thing to finish off with, if you look at your system, it is predominantly man marking anyway, apart from 2 players, of which one is on the post in case it goes in, and the other one's doing the post, which everyone knows is it. So it's basically a man marking system anyway, isn't it?
What's your problem? It's only a slight deviation.
No. How many players are in? Alright, if you're setting up your side, right?
Yep.
How many are doing zonal marking?
3.
3?
Pomo? Well, no, because most people don't count the back post. They count that as in a man marking system. If you're having a man marking system, you give room for 2 men on the post. Am I correct?
And I suppose maybe on the post, 1 post.
So two men.
So
all I'm saying is a Pomo instead of a possible front post, or instead of a Pomo's there anyway, who by the way is a zonal marker, and a man on the back post who would have been there in a man marking system anyway. So compared to your system, I'm saying 1.
I don't see where you get that extra 1 from though, Dan.
You're saying 3 time limit. So you have 3 in your zonal, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let's move on from that.
Yeah.
After the 3.
Yeah. So you've got
the rest of them.
Your 4 big reliable bastards do the marking.
So right. So are they doing man marking?
And then
they're
doing the man marking. They're just marking the threats. So that leaves us with 3 players.
No, you got more. You can't have 4. You have more than 4 man markers.
Yeah. So I've got 4 man markers. Okay, and I've got 3.
No.
But that leaves me with 3.
Wait.
You can moan in a minute. That leaves us with 3. Okay. So I can either be daring and leave 3 men up.
No.
Hang on. What's going to happen if you leave 3 men on the halfway line Sunday League? One of them's going to run back immediately.
No one does that.
Hence 3 on 3, 7 on 7. Perfect.
No.
I don't.
That's
a utopian.
If they don't retreat, what do? You leave 2 up front and bring the other one
No, but
back.
don't you dictate how many people you leave up by how many go up for them in the first place, surely?
Yeah.
No. For me, it's
so you're happy to
I'm
leave
2 up, 1 on the edge of the box.
You're happy to leave more of their players in your 18-yard box than your own.
Absolutely. And no, it won't be more. It won't be more. They'll have the same, but 3 of them won't be man marked physically. Up to 3.
I don't see it.
I can see.
We're going to go around in
I can see a lot of goals going in.
It's quite clear I'm not going to win you 2 over, isn't it?
Look, I think.
So the rant about zonal marking's been me ranting about you.
I think, to sum it up.
I'm in a fiery mood.
No, to sum it up, I think personally, the lower down you go, the more man marking you have to do. And if you're lucky, you might have 2 blokes doing a zone, which really everyone knows is borderline zonal marking, isn't it? And the rest, everyone else man marks.
And leave 2 players up top.
One
or 1 or 2. I'll leave 2.
The men on the post are zonal markers anyway. I don't understand the big.
But that doesn't make it a zonal marking system, does it?
No. So, sorry, going back.
We have to find it.
One more question. On your Football Manager game, when you're in charge of...
I have 1 man on the edge of the box,
for fuck's sake.
2 men up, 1 man spare at the front post, 1 man on the back post, 1 man in the middle, 4 man mark.
You can't back this argument.
And
He's a head coach.
I have overachieved on the most realistic football
A non-league radio.
I'm not having that as a backup for why we should have half zonal, half man marking. No, it's all algorithms.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for 2 new episodes every week on the Honest Football Podcast.